All right. So, hey, good morning, everybody. No intro music this week. As you can tell, there's a lot of ambient noise behind me. That's because I'm the incoming president of the chamber here in Wake Forest, which is really, really exciting for me. But as vice president of the chamber, I get to come here and be free. So what we do once a month, we do something called Coffee Club here at the loading dock in Wake Forest. And you know me, if I have an opportunity to have a cup of coffee, I'm all about it. So I get to do Coffee Talk live from the loading dock this morning. So I cannot believe it's Friday already. I feel like I just spoke to you, I don't know, yesterday, right? This might be the fastest week that I've had in a long, long time. And I don't know why. I'm not really sure why, but man, did it come quick. So looking back on the week in review, so to speak, right? A couple things stood out, but one thing in particular stood out. My wife made shakshuka. And if you don't know what shakshuka is, look it up. Actually, scroll down here on this Facebook page. Unless you're watching this on YouTube, go to my Facebook page, Peter Kima, and take a look at what shakshuka looks like in person. Oh my goodness, it's phenomenally good. I'm a tomato freak. I love tomatoes to begin with, but man, it's like this tomato and pepper, just full layers and layers of spice, followed with like an egg on top of it, like an egg that you just crack on top at the end and just bake off. Oh my gosh, it's delicious. Serve it over rice. You can eat it. I eat it plain. I think it's delicious, almost like a soup or a stew, even though it's not soupy. But so many people have asked for the recipe. So if you want the recipe, DM me. We'll get it to you. But wow, was it good? And so big shout out to my wife Jennifer for being an incredible cook. Hey, good morning, Kimberly. Good to see you. Lump, what's up, brother? Good morning to you. So tell me. Give me either a thumbs up or a thumbs down or tell me what you think. I went clean shaven this week. How about it? And here's the worst part. Only like 2 or 3 people noticed. Dana Matson back in Massachusetts. Shout out to you. I posted a video earlier this week. And the first comment was, clean shaven? I loved it, brother. I loved it. So yeah, I went back with my little baby skin here and decided to go without the goat, right? Although I miss it. I won't lie to you. I still continue to do this. Aw. I don't know if you mean that or not, but I appreciate it. But I decided to go back to this baby face. I'll tell you what, though. I still reach up here and grab this. As an undergrad at Western Carolina one summer, and for those of you that know about Western Carolina University, it is a very laid-back place in the summertime. And so I grew it out. This is back before I had any gray in my hair at all. Matter of fact, this is back when I had a lot of hair. And but I grew out my goatee part and did not grow out the mustache part. But it used to come in bright orange. It was orange as this ceiling on my chin. I had it so long at one point that I had beads in it. I had purple and gold beads in it because that's the color of Western Carolina University. Well, my parents made that trip down from New England. I was probably 20 years old at the time. They drove down from New England. They opened the door, and I won't cuss on here, but what they told me was get rid of that damn thing. And sure enough, I did. But anyway, I still miss it. But yeah, give me a thumbs up, thumbs down. What do you think? I appreciate it. I'll tell you what it gets me to think about. I used to try to grow it everywhere, right? I am not one of those guys that can grow facial hair all over my face. For those of you that remember the show Cheers, right? Do you guys remember the show Cheers? Cliff Clavin and Norm and all those guys. There's an episode in there that's famous, and I love it. When Cliffy tried to grow his beard, and well, they all did, but Cliffy's beard came in patches all over the place. Like they really emphasized it. Call me Cliff Clavin. I cannot grow it full completely everywhere. And so that's why you'll never see it on the cheeks or Andrew beard, Andrew Luck with the neck beard. I can't do it. So, but that show, if you grew up in New England, there were a lot of little things in that show that were like hidden secret jokes about local politics, things of that nature. Man, having grown up in Massachusetts, watching Cheers was epic, and it was must-see TV. It was before DVRs, and it was right around the time of VCR, so I guess you could VCR it, record it, but you had to be there to watch Cheers every Thursday night. Man, I never missed it. I know there's been a lot of great shows since then. People talk about The Office and the cult following, and those are great friends. Whatever those shows are, I don't watch a lot of TV, but Cheers, man, shout out. Outside of Happy Days, it's the greatest show of all time. And Happy Days has a special place in my heart because I was Fonzie for Halloween 3 straight years as a kid back in the late 70s. So shout out. My dad was the mailman in Orange. Oh yeah, I didn't know that. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. So anyhow, one of the things I really liked about Cheers was the opening music, right? Everybody knows the song where everybody knows your name is how it finishes, right? If you can't tell, I love the hometown I came from, right? Orange, Massachusetts. If you don't know that about me, know it now. I love being from Orange, Massachusetts. If you don't know this about me, I love living in Wake Forest, North Carolina. I'm really proud of both of those towns and having been a part of those, right? And other parts of my life as well, whether it be Cullowhee, North Carolina for college. I've always been real big on being present in my local community. And why I'm here today. Who wrote Athol? I'm sorry, Kimberly, I can't hear you. You're breaking up. So because of that, the end of that song always stuck in my head, like where everybody knows your name. To me, my wife likes to blend in. She wants to walk into a room with 200 people watch, but not have anybody know who she is. I like to walk into a room and have friends there. For me, that feels good, right? And I think this might be a bucket filler for me coming on doing Coffee Talk, because I have so many friends that reach out to me during the week and then on Coffee Talk. But where everybody knows your name is really important. I'm going to lift this up for just a second. This is so cool to me, this little coffee club thing that we do here once a month, where I walk into this and I know half the people. It's just such a great place to reconnect, and I'm just so grateful for that. And that's how I see Facebook. I see Facebook the exact same way. And so for those of you that come on here and support us, I'm so grateful for you. I really am. I'm going to shift gears. I have to give a shout out. For those of you that know me well, you know I'm a diehard Raider fan, right? Dad was born and raised in Oakland, California. Love my Raiders. Love them, and I cheer for the laundry. No, I don't want Tom Brady to come to the Raiders. I don't. But if he puts on a Raider jersey, I'll cheer for Tom Brady, as much as that's going to be painful, right? That being said, I want to give a major shout out and raise my cup to my boy, Derek Carr. The 9 years you gave us as fans and what you wrote to my son when he was just little, when he mailed you some of your cards and things to sign. You've made an impact on my family every Sunday, but especially on him. And for that, you're one of those athletes that I really appreciate my kids looking up to. So to you, Derek Carr, I raise my coffee cup. Go Senators. I hear it's getting tight in here, man. Everybody getting pumped up. I love it. Joseph Wells, where is that? Call me after this. Dude, we're right here at the loading dock, man. So last thing I want to ask you about real quick this morning is something that's been on my mind, right? So most of you can tell I've got a little something going on in my eye. It's been going on for about a year and a half. I'm actually going to pre-op right after this, as I've got to have one more surgery, which I think will clear it up permanently, which I'm excited about, right? A little retina issue, what have you. But I haven't done family photos because of it. If you're in the Wake Forest area and you have a recommendation for somebody to do family photos, we want to get on the calendar for the fall now, because I think I'll be okay by then. Or if you're doing them yourselves, tell me about that as well. We've got a great camera, and I've got a little remote control, and I've done some of our own photos. But which is better for you? If you're in Wake Forest, go ahead and hit me up with that. I'd really, really appreciate it. So a lot of change has happened, right? I'm gonna switch into real estate a little bit here. A lot of change has happened. As you know, if you've been following me, we made a major move to a company named Real, which is more of a virtual brokerage, right? Here's what I will tell you. What I used to say still stands today. When I was at my former 2 companies, right? I've been at 2 companies in 16 years, one for 12 years. The grass you stand on, water it, because the grass isn't always greener someplace else. Now, change is good if change is good, right? And for us, it's been great. But I don't care what brokerage you're with, what company you're with, if you're not in real estate, right? Water your grass that you stand on as much as you possibly can. Keep that thing fertilized. Get that thing looking good. Do all you can. If the grass isn't growing anymore, it might be time for change, right? But don't make change for change's sake. Make change for your sake. The other thing I'll encourage you, if you're in a leadership position, whether it be in real estate or in a kitchen or in a club or any of those kinds of things, when people leave, you know what they're doing? They're leaving because they're making the best decision for them and their family in the moment. I've left companies, not just in real estate, I've left other companies. I've done it professionally. You've got to support people doing exactly what you've done, and that is you're making the best decision with all the information you have in the moment for you and your family, right? I encourage you as a leader to make sure that you practice that, as difficult as it can be. I've had to say goodbye to some people on my team that I wish would have stayed, But you know what? We've remained great friends. Some have come back because we've done it the right way. So I would encourage you as a leader to think the same thing. So let me talk about real estate for a second. I'm not going to give you numbers this week. What I want to talk to you about is your personal home. If you're online looking for home values, stop. Just stop. Right? It's all a swag, right? A shit wild ass guess, right? Swag. If you really want to know, and if you really are treating your home as one of your largest investments and you really want to know what it's worth, call somebody you trust or hire an appraiser. Those are your two best ways to go about it. An appraiser is a third party. You're going to pay out the wazoo for it, but you'll get a current value, not market value, mind you, a current value of your home. Because an appraiser doesn't care about the market, right? The appraisers were appraising homes a year ago, but we're selling them $100,000 more than they were appraising them for, right? Call your local real estate broker. Let them know up front you're not interested in selling right now, but you would like to do this every 6 months or every 3 months or however often you want to do it, because you want to know what the value of one of your largest investments is. This is one of the most mind-blowing things to me, is that we all live in our houses. Nobody really knows what they're worth. Call your broker, develop a relationship. They're happy to do those things for you. I don't care what part of the country you live in. Call somebody you know, like, love, and trust and do that. If you're here in Wake Forest or Wake County or the surrounding counties, call us. We'd love to help you. If it's not us, you're calling Brian Pate or some of my other great friends in the business, do that. Don't worry about the brand. Don't worry about anything. Just be open and honest and get that information. With that said, I'm out. I will be gone all afternoon today at the dock. So wish me good luck, and I will see you in a week.